So Hebrews 11 shares what faith is. So faith is the physical manifestation of the Holy Spirit in our life guiding us. Faith is when we look out into the world and we see the presence, the power of God out in the world, and it gives us hope. But faith is the elder's testimony. So that means we can read biblical examples in the Bible of the testimony of faith. So the first example the Hebrew writer gives us is the story of Cain and Abel. He said that Abel was credited as righteousness because he gave a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. So we go back to the story of Cain and Abel in Genesis 4. How does Abel, his faith, show up? So in Genesis 4, Cain and Abel are responsible for presenting their work back to God. What is their work? Their work is their character, their value, and the display of their gifts God has given them. So each man presents their work back to God, and it says that God accepted Abel's work, but Cain he rejected. So we can't talk about Abel without talking about Cain. And so Cain, when he is rejected by God, so he experiences a rejection in his life. And instead of focusing on why that rejection happens, he instead targets his brother. So he kills Abel. What does that killing look like today? That killing looks like gossip. Gossip is sharing things that are not yours to share. It is outright lies, and it is half-truths. And then Cain gives us the consequences of his harm. He says that I will become a fugitive, and fugitive in Hebrew means that I will become unstable. And that is that my harming someone else, I experience the consequences that they experience. And then Cain says to God that I will be a vagabond. And that is that I will experience separation from God. I will experience the consequences of my sin, but I will always also experience restlessness in my spirit, as now I have to worry about people discovering that my gossip is lies. So God places a mark on Cain, and we are not to harm the Cains in our lives, the people that use gossip and lies to harm your reputation and you. Because from Genesis to Hebrews, even though Cain kills Abel, the strength and the character of who Abel was, it survives any untruths and any harm that the person has tried to do to you. So Abel's character speaks from the grave that people try to dig for you. But Cain becomes known by what he tried to do to Abel. And so what that all means is the truth will always come to light. So what we learn from Abel is that our faith should make us the best human possible, and we should be striving to